This weather report brought to you by Caloundra Marine for all your boating adventures.
Good evening, Livio, Regano. Tonight's weather. Big storms are again threatening large areas of Queensland, but the heavy stuff should start winding down after tonight. Everywhere except the Sunshine Coast, that is. For us, it'll just get worse again as the coastal influence currently affecting New South Wales starts spilling over the border. Palmview recorded the highest overnight rainfall of 34 millimetres. Sippy Downs got 24 mils. Maroochydore 23, Caloundra 16 and Brough had 15 mils. Temperatures have been following a steady continuing pattern around 20 to 28 degrees range, which is about average, but nights are slightly more humid than usual. Now let's look at the satellite loop. Same as yesterday, you see this big blow-up of cloud which doesn't seem to discriminate areas of Queensland. It starts inland and it gradually fills in the state in all directions. At the moment, locally, if you look on radar, it's pretty quiet around the Sunshine Coast, but just offshore you can see a line of enhanced showers and storms starting to make their way in this direction. I reckon give it a couple of hours, we'll start getting wet, and those pulses of heavier showers will last all weekend. Today's chart now, we've got this blocking high I was talking about yesterday. It just means a big elephant-sized high, and by that I mean if you imagine an elephant in a river, it just doesn't move very fast. It basically anchors itself there for several days, and while it's there, it'll continue bringing these moist, straight easterly winds with no movement, continuing to build up moisture, and also making a long fetch to increase the size of the swell, which is now increasing along our coast beaches. On tomorrow's chart, notice that the high, like I said, doesn't move much. We still have that easterly onshore flow, the swell starts to rise, lots of moisture to great deep levels, so we're going to see an increase in showers, especially with this offshore trough forming. On the outlook chart, the offshore trough intensifies, so more heavy showers through Saturday and Sunday. So now the latest from the Weather Bureau, the boating forecast for Sunshine Coast waters. East to northeasterlies up to 20 knots tomorrow on that rising easterly swell that could reach 2.5 metres offshore. Winds expected to hit 25 knots at times on Sunday, Monday. We're just about at half moon now, so there's very little water movement between tomorrow's low and high tide. Even the peak of the tide at midday is only 1.2 metres at Mooloolaba. Now, the South East Coast District, a cloudy day with showers and possible thunderstorms in the morning on the coast, afternoon inland. Maroochydore and Nambour, 27 degrees, Gympie 29. Looking ahead for Maroochydore, showers will continue pretty much indefinitely for the next 7 days. Daily rainfalls potentially up to 40 millimetres this weekend, then tapering off briefly before increasing again mid-next week. And that's all for this week, folks. A pretty ordinary weekend coming up in the weather stakes, so carry a poncho just in case, or just enjoy a few sprinkles of life-giving water. I'll be back on Monday. Hope you can join me. Now it's over to Robbie, Sherwell with the Surf Report.
Thanks, Liv. Well, the forecast for this weekend looks like it is going to be a little bit windy with easterly winds blowing, hoping for a reprieve early in the mornings, hoping for that light offshore. But if you are out there looking for a wave, those winds are going to be between 10 and 15 knots tomorrow, and then on Sunday possibly even stronger. So it is the go to check it early. The swell is going to build to anywhere up around that 1.5 metres plus up and down our coastline. It is an east-southeasterly swell, sitting about 8 to 9 second intervals. Now, get out there early. Unfortunately, though, the tide is going to be low between 6:30 and 8 both days. The better place we're checking down around Moffat's and Dickey Beach. Alex through to Maroochydore. Coolum and the bays and the very outside points at Noosa, definitely worth a look if you don't mind the crowds. If you're out there thinking about a swim, we got massive inshore gutters right up and down our coastline and super strong rips. Remember, tragedies do occur on unpatrolled beaches. Only swim between the red and yellow flags. I hope you have a wonderful weekend across the coast. Now it's back to you, Rob.
And Robbie, you have a nice weekend too, mate. You have a terrific weekend. We'll catch you back at Monday night. Take care. Good night.
Tonight in 7 News, 15 people injured in a crash.